So here's the latest knife design that I've been working on. I guess I know a fishing, camping style sort of thing. So I've taken a few just attempts at this. This was attempt number 1, burnt the tip off. Attempt number 2 came out alright. I finished it off and gave it a patina, and yeah, I think it came out alright. I was really trying to do some nice clean bevels where you get that distinction between the bevel here and then the flats back here. So that was, I guess, prototype 1, and then now I've started on a couple more which were better, but I'm still not getting that clean distinction line that I want. And part of that is because this one's a bit rough, but I'm finding that when I do my bevels with my dominant hand, so I'll do it on the belt like that, it goes quite well, but then I'm really struggling with my non-dominant hand as well, and it ends up a little bit messed up, and then I go back and forth and ends up a bit lopsided because of that. So before I waste, so these were all 15 and 20, so before I waste any more of that, gone to Bunnings and picked up just a 2 meter length of 3mm mild steel, same dimension of what these are made out of, and I've got my templates here, and I'm just going to go through as many of them as I need to until I get it right. So yeah, I guess this will be a bit of a talking process of how I go. Yeah, so I'm just going to glue these down with super glue. Tip I got off a friend, works really well. Super glue them down, it makes it easier to follow lines and all that. Okay, so I've got my blanks all cut and roughly ground to shape. I didn't focus too much on the handles just to get a rough shape, just because the blade part is the main part I'm worrying about. So got my centers scribed in with my calipers, and where I want my my plunge lines to start, scribed in there as well. The scribe and some black Sharpie. So I was lucky enough, well, it's been a week since these were cut out, and I was lucky enough yesterday to spend some time with a friend from work, NVD blacksmithing, and he gave me some really great pointers on grinding and all that. So this is a knife he was helping me work on yesterday. So we took this design that I started with, helped me alter it a little bit, did up a few sketches, came up with this, which I'm quite liking. Instead of having that, I guess, kind of offset handle, it'll be full tang knife, nice brass bolster at the front. Hopefully it should look quite nice. and I'll continue to fiddle around with that design as well a bit. So gave me some pointers on grinding. So before I finish this knife, which is 01 tool steel, which we ground and heat treated yesterday, instead of going full steam ahead on that because I'm still a bit nervous, I'm going to practice on these first just to get more comfortable, especially on my grinding setup. And yeah, so the way I'm going to do it, and the way he taught me, which seemed to work quite well, first I'll just worry about the edge, and I'll get that edge down to 1 to 1.5 millimeters, and then won't touch the edge and slowly grind back until I get a nice full flat grind like you can see this one has. It'll probably make a bit more sense once I actually do it, so I'll get started on it. So I don't know if you kind of see that on camera, but you can see the problem that I'm having is that I'm establishing my first bevel along there. You can see at the tip, which was working quite well, and then I'm not quite getting my angle right here, so I'm kind of making like a secondary bevel. On my preferred hand on this side, I was going quite well. It's just when I go to my non-preferred hand on the left side, it's a bit difficult. So what I'm going to do now is I've recolored in that edge with black marker. It's roughly 1 millimeter along. It's a little bit thinner up this edge here, so I'm just going to try and avoid that. So the technique that I was showing yesterday, so now I'm going to keep grinding, but I'm not going to touch this already ground edge, so I'll show as I go along, but yeah, so I'll keep grinding that bevel in, not touching the edge until the very end where the bevel's in, and then it's just smoothing it out. So give that a shot. Okay, so you can kind of see what I'm trying to do there. You see I've left the edge and I'm slowly moving that bevel back. The only problem is, because I'm facing the belt like this, it's really hard to tell where exactly the knife is and get the right orientation. So what I'm going to try and do, see how this goes, is take this sanding arm off, flip it vertically. I might have to switch it onto the other side of the linisher, but see how it goes. Okay, so I've got my little adaptation table, whatever you want to call it, set up. You can see I'll hopefully by now put up a video on how I put this together. But I've got this little table now. Gap between there is as small as I possibly can get it. Used this to make sure that we're square, which we are, which is good. So yeah, I've got the blade I've been working on. So I want to leave where this black line is. I've already got that edge down to about 1 millimeter, so I want to leave that and not touch it, and then slowly bring this bevel down, and then match it on the other side. So this is still first practice one, so I'm just going to keep practicing and yeah, see how we go. so these are starting to come along how I want them, which is nice. So yeah, this first side, the flat grind is quite nice. I just went a little bit high up there, so that's just something to work on. And then ironically, the other side, my non-dominant hand side, which was the part I was struggling with, now seems to be the side that's looking a bit better. So you can see where the grind hasn't hit the permanent marker. I'm getting that nice curve and flat grind. So that's pretty much exactly what I want there. Okay, so you can see all my practice runs here laid out on the bench. This was the first one, went okay but not great. And then finally this last one I think is looking pretty good. So I've done my practice, and yeah, next video I'll start working on this one and hopefully do an alright job of that. So yeah, if you like this video, please, you know, like, comment, subscribe if you like the channel. That would be great. And yeah, next video I'll start working on this one. So thanks for watching.